Hi, we're here with Teresa. One of my clients has been working with me for 6 months, and she has done amazing on her program, and we want to tell you a little about her journey. So, Teresa, I just want you to talk a little bit about how you felt before you started with me, and what were your struggles, and the things that were making you feel like you needed to contact a personal trainer and start your journey.
Okay. I was actually sick all the time. I had been actually sick for about 3 years. I was constantly in bed. I still got up and worked out, but it just was not a consistency. I needed a huge change in my life, and I needed to get better, health-wise, physically, and I needed to start somewhere. And I wanted to get back to where I was before I was sick, which was very healthy.
Okay, so can I ask you why you were sick and what was going on there?
Some things I didn't know. Some things I had a gallbladder that was really bad, and that had made me sick. I had my gallbladder taken out, and I was still sick. Different things like I can't digest certain things, and so that was making me sick. And just I still don't know what things make me sick and what don't. And I needed to start somewhere, and I didn't know where. And I knew that I needed to start physically getting healthy.
So were you taking medications at that time?
Yes, lots of medication.
Okay.
Just for my stomach, I was on 3 different medications for my stomach, just to help digest things.
Let's talk about your after and how you feel about going forward on your own, and how you feel like physically after, with all the changes that the nutrition plan helped you with, and the changes that we made, taking out some of the foods that cause inflammation in your system. And so let's start there about how you're feeling now with a cleaner meal plan, and how you feel physically going forward with everything.
So throughout the process, you and I had discovered that I couldn't before process gluten, but realized that I can't process gluten at all, and I can't process dairy. So being able to realize that there are so many things I can eat, and so now I have such a wide variety of food that I can eat, and I can process it. And during the process, I had a lot of setbacks because I did have health issues during the process. Mm-hmm. And I think for people to also recognize that you can still have setbacks and still be successful. But I still progressed.
Right. We talked about it and worked through it and decided what was causing the problem, and
Yep.
And figured it out. It's a journey for sure.
Absolutely. And made it all work. And now I have all those things at my fingertips, and knowing what to eat and what not to eat, and how to eat correctly. Mm-hmm. I can do that now. Mm-hmm. And that's phenomenal. And I can do it right.
Right. And you're still progressing. We're still learning. Like, that's what life's about.
It
is learning and progressing and figuring it out.
Yep.
So tell me about the medication.
So during this whole process, I was able to, after 3 weeks working with you and starting to eat correct food, I don't know if you remember or not, I was able to go off 2 of my stomach medications initially. And it was awesome. I had been on that medication for a long time, and just being able to start eating the right foods and starting to supplement with some really good vitamins and whatnot, I was able to go off 2 of those medications. And about a month later, I was able to go off 1 of those medications, or the last of the medications. So being able to go off all of those medications during this whole thing was groundbreaking. I mean, who does that with stomach issues like me? I mean, it's phenomenal. Absolutely crazy.
So tell me how this has impacted your family.
My kids the most. having to spend nearly 3 years just sick. I mean, I would spend days in bed sick from all my stomach issues. I haven't spent any time in bed during this process. It's changed our lives. My kids initially, when I started this whole process, came to me and said, "Mom, you're not in bed. We get to go out. We get to do things." It's completely changed our lives.
That's so great.
It's been amazing. Okay, so I have never been up on a wakeboard before, and I'm gonna give it a try. I've tried before and haven't been able to, so I'm trying now. And we're in Lake Powell as a family, and I'm gonna hopefully get up at Lake Powell. So here we go. Ready? Hit it. Sandy is phenomenal, and I would not take back the experience that I've had and all of the knowledge that I've gained. You have to at some point decide that you're going to take that giant leap and change your life. And I wouldn't have changed it with anybody else but Sandy in a million years.
So do you feel like, because my programs are all 3 to 6 months, do you feel like you could have made the transformation you've made and the change you made in less than the time
No.
that you've been here?
No, I needed 6 months.
Okay.
Yep. For me.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that. I needed that time. It was perfect for me.
Okay.
That's what I needed.
Just the lifestyle change and making the changes in your current lifestyle, it's difficult. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to have the support there
Yeah. I needed the 6 months for me.
is helpful.
Some people could maybe do 3 months or whatever, but for me that's what I needed.
So how did you discover me, and what made you decide to work with me?
I did some research for actually several months to find different personal trainers. I wanted to work with somebody in a personal home training facility. I didn't want to have to go. I was very conscientious of myself, very self-conscious, and I didn't want to be in a gym. I wanted to be somewhere that was private. I researched several different personal trainers, and you were always at the top of the list. And so that's when I contacted you to come and sit down and talk to you.
Okay.
Everything that I read about you, it was top notch.
Nice. So were you specifically looking for a woman trainer?
No,
Okay.
not specifically. But then when I started researching and going through everything, that was when I found out. That's when I discovered personally that's what I needed for me.
Okay, awesome. I love that. The program that you decided to do with me was a 6-month program. You made a commitment to change your lifestyle, and you came 3 days a week. And then I gave you your cardio and your nutrition. So just tell me a little bit about the things that I taught you and the program that you decided to do, what things were very helpful for you, and what things you liked about that program.
Well, just from the get-go, starting out with the nutrition part of it, just what to eat and what not to eat, things that my body needed. Initially, too, with my stomach, things that I can't process, things that I can, and starting to eat different things during the day and minimizing what I eat to actually just make my stomach feel better. Mm-hmm. That alone was a huge changing point for me. And learning different things to fuel your body instead of just eat. Mm-hmm. Was huge for me. And then learning how to be physically active, how to work out, and not to be intimidated by it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had done cardio and everything else for years and years, but I hadn't lifted. I hadn't done all these other things. And now I'm learning how to do it and do it right. And it's been phenomenal.
So now going to the gym probably won't be quite as intimidating.
No,
right?
I'm not intimidated at all.
Yeah,
I can go and you see everybody else working out, and I can just go and pick up the weights, and it's not a big deal anymore.
Awesome. I love that.
I love it. It's fantastic. It's very empowering.
Okay, I love that. Okay. Well, it's been so fun having you as a client, and
awesome.
I've loved helping you. It's made me so happy to see the changes and see all the positive results that you've had, and I just feel honored to be able to help you in this journey.
Me too.
Now I would like to take you through one of Teresa's workouts. This will be a ab, shoulder, and back workout. We're going to do 3 trisets with 3 sets of each exercise, 12 to 15 reps. We're going to start with a ab roller for our core. It is one of my favorite ab workouts. You'll really feel this the next day. Make sure that you hold the core tight to support that lower back, and as you roll in, you want to breathe out and contract your core. Next, we have shoulders. This is a military overhead press. It targets your medial shoulders and then also your front delt. Our third movement is for back. We're going to do a overgrip, bend over row. This targets the medial back and also the lats. Make sure you breathe out as you come up and hold that core tight. Here's our second triset. Stability ball throw. We're using an 8-pound medicine ball on this. Make sure that you bring your arms all the way back, and when you come up, you contract your core, hold it tight as your partner throws the ball back to you. This is a fun exercise if you have a partner. Take advantage of that. Our second movement on this set is a dumbbell Arnold press. So it's just like an overhead press, except for when you come down, you're going to bring it forward and target the front delts and then also the medial delts. And this is our back exercise. This is a cable rope lat pull down. You want to keep your arms semi-straight but not locked out, and you want to think about the lats doing the work. The lat is the side muscle on right under your armpit, basically. So take your time and feel the movement on that. For our shoulders, this is a candlestick front raise. We're going to rotate on top of the movement, and this targets the front delt. This is a combo movement, so we are going to superset this, and Teresa's going to grab just a little bit lighter weight. We're going to do bent over reverse flies, and this targets the back of the shoulder. So this is the rear delt movement. Make sure that you stay lateral with the shoulders so you hit the rear delt and you're not working back on this movement. And then here's your last exercise for back. This is a undergrip cable row. Make sure that you focus on using the back to do the pull and not the arms, getting that mind-body connection and squeezing through the back. And this is our last exercise, and we're going to finish off with a quick stretch for chest and front delt. This is a great stretch. It also goes in the bicep a little bit. You do both sides, and you can hold this for a little bit longer on this. I like to hold most stretches for around 20 seconds, if you can 30 seconds. But always do this stretch after you've done chest and like front delt and shoulders. This is a great exercise for your lats, your back. So it's like a straddle, and you grab something sturdy and then just pull to the side until you feel that lat stretch. And it also goes into your shoulder and your tricep. So it's a great stretch for that area. Next, we're going to do rear delts. So just hold that arm with the other arm and pull it back until you feel the stretch in the rear delt and also the traps. We'll do both sides. And then our last stretch is for triceps. So just overhead, hold the tricep down until you feel that stretch, and then switch sides. So there you go. There's Teresa's workout for today, and just so proud of her and the journey that she's been on.
I was drinking Diet Dr. Pepper faithfully. I would drink a 12-pack a day. Not every single day, but for the most part, every day
Wow.
I was drinking a 12-pack a day. On the weekends or holidays, I would down a 24-pack, sometimes more than that. And I was faithful to my Dr. Pepper. So I now buy Coke. I buy it in the little teeny tiny cans, and I use it for cleaning.
Really?
So I'll put it in my toilets, and I'll let it sit, and I clean my toilets with it, and I'll clean my cooktop with it. I'll clean pans that have sat there for a little bit. If you put it in there, let it sit for a second, it cleans it lickety split. That's what I use it with now. Is it eats up all that crap, and
Yeah, you think of all the chemicals inside the Coke and that it can clean your toilet and your pans and everything, and then it makes us realize what we're doing to our stomachs and our insides when we
Yep.
drink all those artificial ingredients that they put in there that are
Yep.
supposed to be so hazardous.
and to think how much I was drinking.
Right,
It's not good.
absolutely. Also, you were telling me earlier about, because I asked you about your kids, if they were still drinking Coke or how that affected your kids.
They don't drink it anymore. They'll have a soda once in a while if we go out to dinner, which is once every few months.
Yeah.
But my kids do not drink soda anymore at all.
So what I found, with the people I work with, is so interesting how the mom changes her lifestyle to a healthy one, and then the kids, it actually trickles onward to the family, and the family gets healthier.
Cause and effect.
Which teaches
Yep.
our kids a healthier way of living,
Yep.
and they grow up knowing what is healthy and what's not,
Exactly.
and
Yep.
so that makes us feel good as mothers.
Yep.
That we're doing something right for our family,
Exactly. They drink what I drink. They eat what I eat.
and that
They're and they're already healthy, as it is. But now they watch what I do, and they're so excited for me, and they're so proud of me that they've just kind of fallen in line with what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
And-
great because
and
they
exciting.
watch you as a role model, so
Yeah.
you're teaching them healthy habits now.
Yeah.
And that's so great.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's great for your family.
Yeah.